Hello, welcome back. Salve, salve. Welcome to our second Latin lesson. So let's get straight into it. Now, last time we met, we were looking at words like amare, the so-called present infinitive of the verb, and we learnt that amare, for example, means to love. Okay, and it's the re on the end that means to, and it's the amar bit that means love, and that, as I say, was the present infinitive of a doing word, of a verb, the to-do form. One word in Latin and two words in English. Well, let's take it a step further, and let's start looking at the present tense of verbs like amare. Okay, so let's go straight in. Let's say, well, we know that ama means love. That's the root or the stem of the verb. Okay, and if you put an O on the end, just the letter O, that means I. Okay, so amao means something like I love, but it doesn't, because the Romans didn't like an A and an O together. They didn't like these two together, so they dropped the A. So it became amo. And amo means I love. Okay, it's the O here now. It's the O here that means I, and this time it's the am that means love. Okay, as I say, perhaps originally it was ama. It was this whole thing here, this whole ama that meant love. That's the stem. That's the root. Okay, but the A dropped out when it had an O after it. So amao is amo, I love. Okay, let's take it to the next stage. So I love, well, we can say ama, there's the love bit, and we can put an S on the end. Amas, it's pronounced, and that stays exactly the same, because amas means you love. Once again, we're noticing that amas is one word in Latin, but two words in English. And we know that it's the ama bit that means love. So it's the S on the end. This means love. It's the ama bit there. Okay. So it's the S on the end that means you. And that's one person we're speaking to. That's you in the singular. So we've got amo, I love. Amas, you love. And let's take it to the next stage. Okay, we can take the ama, there's the root, there's the stem. Well, we get that by taking this re off the infinitive. Take the re off the infinitive, that gives us the stem. The ama bit means love, and we now want to say he loves, and Latin puts a T on the end, but it slightly changes it, because that macron disappears. It's not amat, but amat. Amat means he loves, or it can also mean she loves. It can also mean it loves. So the T on the end, of the verb means either he, she, or it. The S on the end means you, that's you in the singular, just one person, and the O on the end means I. So we're beginning with our present tense here of amo. It's amo, I love. Amas, you love. Amat, he loves, or she loves, or it loves. Notice the changes. Okay, notice the changes first of all in the English. Okay, it's love, and then for this he, she, it, English puts an S on the end. Okay, in Latin we've got the basic stem ama. Here it is here. There's the root, the stem. We've got that by taking the re off the infinitive. There's our ama, but when there's an O with it, the A drops out, becomes amo. When there's an S with it, keeps exactly the same, amas. And when there's a T with it, the macron drops out. It's amat. So let's practice this a bit. Let's take another verb that you've done. You did the verb parare. Parare, if you remember, that means to prepare. So if we're looking to go through that first bit of the present tense of it, well, what's it going to be? We need to say I prepare. This is the English, of course. You prepare. Or he, she, or it prepares. Okay. All these expressions, I prepare 2 words in English, but it's going to be 1 word in Latin, and quite simply it's going to be paro. Paro. There's the I bit, okay, and the prepare bit is the pa, but the A has dropped off that stem in that I prepare. You prepare. Can you predict it? What's it going to be? It's going to be paras. Paras. There's the U. Okay, that S is the U, and the para bit here is the prepare, and we've got the he, she, or it. It's going to be, whoops, wrong color. Let's change that. Rub that off. Back to the pen, should be white. He, she, or it is parat. Okay, the macron drops off that. There's no macron on this A. The macron drops off that stem, and it's parat. That means he, she, or it. It's the T bit that means he, she, it, and it's the para bit that means prepares. So we get that stem again. Okay, let's put it in white. There's the stem. That's the para. That's the stem. That's the bit that means prepares. But we see different versions of it. We can see just the pa bit, or we can see the para with no macron. All means prepares. Okay, let's get another example under our belts. Okay, let's take something like this one. Let's take entrare. Entrare. It's a new word for you. Okay, and we didn't do it in the last lesson. Entrare, we know from the re on the end that it's an infinitive form, so it's to do something. It means to enter, so it's the re bit that means to, and it's the intra bit here that means enter. And I want to say I enter. Well, we know the stem, the root, that's the, oh, wrong color, let's do that again. We know the stem, that's the, take off the re, that's the intra, that's the bit with a macron that means enter, but it slightly changes when I say I enter. We drop that A, it therefore becomes intro, means I enter. Okay, for you enter, go to the stem, in, tra, everything stays the same, put an S on the end. Okay, but for he enters, or she enters, or it enters, okay, we go to the stem, that in, tra, but we drop off the macron, and then we put the T on the end, intrat. So we've got the O for I, the S for you, we've got the T for he, she, and it. Okay, now what's this here? What's this? Something I haven't mentioned. Let's go back to amo again, or amare. Let's make that white. We saw amare, and then we saw it become amo. And yeah, we've got this thing here, we've got this little friend here, we've got a macron over that O. Okay, and as we remember from our first lesson, if there's a macron means long. If it's a macron over a vowel, it means it's a long vowel. Okay, so the O with the macron is O, as in, oh, you know, oh my, oh, or as in row, or go. It's the O sound. But if there's no macron, it's called a short vowel, and it's like the O in the English word lot or got. Lot, got. So we've got O short, O long. Okay, hope you're not in a public place if you're repeating after me. Remember that the long vowel, the O in this case, takes twice as long to sound out, twice as long to pronounce as the short vowel. And that's the only difference between them. O. The O takes twice as long as the O to pronounce. So if I were to give you a verb like this one, rogare, there's the infinitive, rogare, it means to ask. We go immediately to the beginning of the present tense. We got go. That one there has got a macron. This one here hasn't, so it's not rogo, it's rogo. I ask. Okay, you ask, go to that stem, rogas, put an S on the end. You ask. And rogat, no macron, he, she, or it asks. Okay, so we've started on our road to the present tense of amo type verbs. Our model is amo, I love, amas, you love, and amat, he, she, or it loves. You need to get some practice with that, and then we'll go on to lesson 3. See you next time. Wale.